Yeah, so for us, let's see what our foreign affairs has to say about this situation taking place in the Caribbean. Definitely, it's of important concern for us. Even though you might say the coast of Venezuela, but Belize is right there if
Yeah,
you
you
think
have to
about
be
it
mindful. And
geographically.
this is why we encourage people, not always, because of course, seeing all the news that takes place can be overwhelming. And we've talked about that a couple of times here on Sunup. But I think it's very important to be mindful of what's happening outside of your borders, how it's internationally taking place. These things affect business, they affect security, they affect everything that's going on too as well. Future plans that's going on.
They affect the climate.
They affect the climate, like school too as well, education, because you're thinking about persons that want to go for a student visa. Remember all of these little things you have to look at that have a play in how things are governed in your country, what's happening outside in the business your government engages into as well. So if you can take time to look at a news here and there, I would implore you to do so, just to be abreast of how things can shift, how the atmosphere can turn, and how you should just be mindful and cautious to know these things.
Definitely. So with that, we come to the end of our couch talk. We do have two shout outs to do. And one is for Pearl Ely. And
Yes.
Pearl Ely is celebrating her birthday today.
Your son, Daniel Rosado, who is one of our big Sun Upon 7 fans and a big member of the family that we love dearly, shouts out you and just wants to wish you the happiest birthday, Miss Pearl. We're praying that this new chapter is filled with love, laughter, happiness, prosperity, peace, all the good stuff under the sun.
Yeah.
May you be wrapped up in warmth and love and light and carried out throughout this year fully.
Yeah, and we have another birthday shout out to do, and this is for Riley McCoy, who's turning 10 years today. So this is greetings sent from you, from your grandparents and your aunties and everybody that loves you. Her birthday was yesterday, and she's a big Sun Up on 7 fan. So today, when she gets up and gets ready for school,
She can be able to see
she's
this,
going to be able to see this birthday
Pick up
shout out.
yourself, Riley. Hoping this new chapter 10 is everything that you need it to be, darling. May it be filled with discovery, happiness, great friendships, good food, and all the things under the sun.
A lot of love. Your family loves you so much, and we also love you so much from Sun Up on 7.
Yes.
Have a great birthday, and all the best in school today.
We do want to make a big apology too as well for persons that have been asking. I know that earlier they were saying that the live was being frozen and there were
Facebook
parts.
Live.
Yeah, the Facebook Live specifically. So right now we are down from the Facebook Live, and it's because we're having some internet issues too as well with the connectivity. So just letting you guys understand that. We apologize in advance for persons that have been tuned in.
Okay, so we're getting notified that it's back up.
And it's back up now. So yay, this is a
All right.
wonderful part about live TV, that it breaks and then it comes right back. So we love it
Or is
here.
it Belize Internet?
No, baby, woo, internet. You know what? I ain't even gonna say anything because yeah. So
Yeah.
definitely, we're back up.
We're back up.
We're running up, baby. We're
which
here,
is good,
baby.
which is good. But definitely, we thank you so much for everybody that engaged with us on our couch talk. And of course, if you're celebrating anything, put it in the chat. We're going to be watching it during the course of today's episode. But definitely, thank you so much for making some company to Renata and I in our perspective, on your perspective during our couch talk. We have a beautiful sunrise to share, Ren.
Yes, this is gorgeous. Straight out of PG. And you know how you know? I feel like this
How do you
this
know?
right here, this snippet, you could just tell a PG. I don't know if that, I think because I've been to PG so much, like I know this road. And so like it's PG. Like you didn't have to tell me. I know this is PG. So big up to Miss Jody Wagner for sending this beautiful submission in for us.
So, place of lot of love.
Place a lot of love, chocolate, great goodness, history, waterfalls, all kind of great stuff. Like PG need love because PG that love.
PG that love, for sure.
Man. When's the last time you've been to PG, babe?
Probably last year, October.
I like how you remember stuff. That was too quick.
Yeah,
that was
last
too
year.
quick.
Last year, October.
Wow. That means you need to take a next visit.
I do need to take another visit.
It's going for a year because I don't know how early in October. It's October right now, darling.
Look at that.
I mean, you should get your life together.
I agree.
I mean, you should get your bag and you need to go and catch a busito.
Catch a mosquito, yeah, and make it right there,
Go
for
and check
sure.
it out. But definitely sending the love. If Kevin decides to go to PG, guys, in October, please welcome him in with open arms. Give a fish, give all the good stuff to us. So I'm making the request on your
Thank
behalf,
you, I
darling.
appreciate it.
But with that, guys, we're going to go to our first commercial break. And when we are back, we have different range of conversations talking about, again, a project that's transforming environmental training across the Caribbean. We're also going to be talking about surgical interventions in pediatrics, which is very important too as well. And of course, the biggest sale of the year happening this weekend. So stay tuned for the dynamic conversations. Put your comments in. We want to hear from you. For celebrating anything, like Kevin said, put it in the chat. We'll try our best to address it and give the shout outs and love for all the persons out there. So
That is
we'll be right back.
true. Let's do it.
Hi, have you heard about the expungement of criminal records? Well, as of August 1st, 2024, the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act allows for you to apply to have certain criminal charges permanently erased from your record. Isn't that amazing?
So, what makes you eligible to apply for expungement? The offense must qualify for expungement based on Schedule 2 and 3 of the law. You must meet the applicable rehabilitation period. This is the time period you must wait before you can apply. The applicant must not have any outstanding matters or have had any other convictions during the rehabilitation period. You can qualify for automatic expungement for certain first-time drug offenses, as well as COVID-related offenses. So, what are the benefits of expungement? Well, it broadens employment and educational opportunities that a criminal record would normally hinder.
It gives you a peace of mind away from the stigma of having a criminal conviction and provides you with access to services that may be otherwise restricted.
If you have a past criminal conviction, here's what you can do to get it expunged. First, verify if you qualify for expungement. Then, prepare the application package. Each package consists of 2 forms. Applications are available countrywide. You then make a non-refundable payment of $100 at your nearest Treasury Department and finally submit the package and payment receipt to any Ministry of Human Development office countrywide. Note, applicants will receive a notification within 90 days to see if their application was approved or denied. So, if you are interested, visit any Human Development office countrywide, any magistrate court, or the Ministry of Home Affairs office in Belmopan. For more information, you can call 227-2716 or you can WhatsApp 613-0343.
The sleepless nights, the long days, the massive sacrifice. There is something in us that is not hypothetical. It has been tested and proven. This defiant, resilient spirit runs through the veins of our people. You come from a long line of fighters and heroes and heroines, and some of them are sitting right here in these bleachers. They had to do so much with so little to get you to where you are today. Success and titles and defeat are imposters. They don't last forever. Who you are deep down inside, now that's forever. Your family is forever. Your community is forever. Love is forever. So love deeply. Love people more than things. Love your family. Love your friends. Love your community. Love your country. Love yourself, because you matter. Please give yourself a round of applause.
At RF&G Insurance, we're committed to safeguarding what matters most to you, offering coverage mile after mile. Our offices and agents located across Belize ensure that you are protected. Secure your property with RF&G Householders Comprehensive Policy. From your home to your belongings, we offer protection so you can enjoy life to the fullest. For more information on your coverage options, contact our team of experts today or visit your local agents. We'll be ready to assist. Don't forget, it pays to get it right with RF&G Insurance, a Road Group company.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Pony Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Shireen Kelso, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craft.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Muy buenos dias, my beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Wednesday episode. It's time for us to engage into our first conversation with our friends from the Department of the Environment. And today we're talking about a transformative environmental training that's taking place around the Caribbean. And this is led by Basel Convention Regional Center for the Caribbean. Today we're going to find out more about what this is about and how Belize benefits from it. And joining us on our couch, we have Environmental Officer Mr. Aldo Cancino joining us. Mr. Aldo, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today on Sunup on 7. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Ms. Renata, Mr. Kevin. Well, viewers, I'm okay, a bit nervous, but okay.
Very good. Thank you so much for accepting the task of joining us today to give us an insight into how this convention benefits Belize. But before we jump into that, let's introduce your colleague that we have joining us via Zoom. We have research analyst at BCRC Caribbean, Ms. Shalina Rupal, joining us all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Shalina, good morning. How are you doing today?
Hello, good morning. Thank you very much for having me. I'm well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you all this morning.
Thank you so much, and shout out to Trinidad and Tobago. Definitely a beautiful country. I love it. All right, so we're very eager to find out more about what Basel Convention Regional Center is about. So Aldo, can you give us an insight into it?
Yeah, sure. So the Basel Convention Regional Center is a center that gives training and technology transfer in relation to the Basel Convention, also Rotterdam and Stockholm Conventions. They normally are looking at things that we don't necessarily associate with Belize and Small Island developing states: hazardous chemicals, hazardous waste, right? So it's very unique in terms of the scope that they do, and it's important because it is there to protect environment and lives, right? And for us that depend on our environment, our tourism, we have so much seas, we have a lot of agriculture. It's important that we recognize that some of these things can have negative effects if we don't manage properly. So it's about how do we manage and what safeguards can we put in place to make sure that what we do has minimal impacts. And so this is where the digital learning hub comes in, right? Because again, it's not something that comes naturally. When we think about hazardous chemicals or chemicals in general, we don't think about Belize except for probably the agricultural sector.
Very true.
But there are many things that chemical related and hazardous in nature, and if we don't manage it properly, again, we do that. So we have to build capacity.
Definitely.
The digital learning hub then allows for that. And so the digital learning hub started off with previous component looking at something that we call the persistent organic pollutants. So that's persistent, so it stays for a long while in the environment. It's organic, it can come in organisms and our bodies, and it's a pollutant. So it has that negative impacts on our health and on the environment as well. And that then now is transforming into a digital learning hub with other modules. And so I think that's kind of the idea of building that capacity within the region.
Very good. It's really great to hear that the Department of Environment is working towards building their capacity to be able to manage hazardous waste. And like you mentioned, in one way or another, we're affected. And in one way or another, we're very connected to the environment. So it's definitely important for us to know this material. So kudos to you and your team for saying, hey, let's build our capacity to be able to better address this situation. Definitely.
Yeah. I want to bring Michelina into this conversation if possible. I look at the digital hub, and I also look at the idea of training and the normal traditional ways of training too as well. Tell us how this alternative is different and better in a way, or more transformative, and we're using, or the Caribbean and the region in general is using this, and why they have to use it. So what's the idea beyond that?
So Belize actually is a part of the wider regional project, the Jeff Islands 10279 project, that focuses on several focal areas within the chemicals and waste management sector. Through this project, we've done several in-person trainings or trainings through a hybrid approach, where the project would have gone as far as training several persons in each of the project countries through topics like the globally harmonized system for labeling and classification of chemicals, management of end-of-life vehicles, and good living practices for pesticides, to name a few. The Digital Learning Hub takes it a step further in taking the resources that would have been developed, would have been shared with a few persons at those training sessions, and transforming it into an online course that is globally accessible, free of charge.
I love that. I love that idea. So you're taking all the training material too as well, and you're now putting this into, so it's nothing lost, nothing, but everything gained in that sense too as well, and fully acceptable. Correct?
Correct, fully accessible, completely free, and it's asynchronous, so you can do the courses on your own time.
Oh, excellent. So on that same note, I'm thinking of now making sure that persons are able to take this training to be able to access the digital platform too as well. How are you guys marketing this and making it a unique and incentivized way of people? Let's do this training. Let's learn this way, because there's some persons that prefer the normal traditional way of sitting in a classroom and talking and building off of other persons. How are we marketing this strategy now to make sure people want to be able to use this hub? I'm gonna pose it to maybe Michelina, or yes.
Sure, I can take it. Yeah. So in this situation, as we're here today, this is actually one of the first steps in our marketing strategy to talk to the people in each of the project countries to make sure that they know about what's being offered and what's upcoming for the next few months. So far, the marketing has started with interviews, videos, which I believe was shared on social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and it tells about what's upcoming with the first course on persistent organic pollutants, and then the second on the GHS system.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we're curious, as you go about developing and executing this learning hub, how do you measure the impact that the learning hub has?
So
We're gonna add, yes,
right,
we're
okay.
gonna bring Aldo back into this
Let's come in, Aldo.
conversation.
So that's very interesting. So one, what we've done is the center has done a lot of analytics. They've tried to gather data. We've been with the different countries, including Belize. We've been having different forms of conversation, trying to get feedback as to what best way to reach our audience, what best way. And so we're getting all of this is data driven. So we're getting, oh, well, you know, one of the challenges that we have is that we all have a busy schedule. So how do we now attract people? You know, we have the use of online tools, and this is kind of merging all of these things, and we're shaping it into something that will allow people to learn about this at their own time. And again, it is with Caribbean information. It has included the local context. It has the local stakeholders. So you're not getting something that was built for the EU or built for somebody else. This was built for us, by us, with our interventions and with our participation. And so that is how we do it. So data analytics and getting feedback and from our different stakeholders.
I think it'd be really excellent to see exactly, like, for example, say Kevin decides to take the training and, you know, I believe it's self-paced and you can be able to go that. You can see if Kevin has completed, or he will maybe be represented as a number, and we can know that more or less.
Well, what it does, and probably Shalina may be able to help me out afterwards, is that it gathers information on the participants in the different countries. So it's not necessarily only a number. We actually get information back. You know, we had this type of participants from Belize. These are the sectors that they were that were. And so again, data.
To properly filter the data to us.
So it's data. It's data driven. We can't do things without data. Data should drive decisions, should drive policy, and it is definitely driving this digital learning hub. Did I miss anything, Michelina?
No, it is indeed data-driven. So on sign-up, you'll be prompted to enter information like your job title and place that you work, as well as your country. And then you'll be prompted to select which courses you're going to start up, which courses you completed, and at the end of it, you'll be given a badge. So your user profile will actually have a record of all the badges that show which courses you've completed over the various time periods.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm also curious to know, like, what are the different modules? How do they look like of this course?
Excuse me.
So the modules that we have is, so the one for persistent organic pollutants, we have global harmonized system, which is understanding what chemical you're looking at. It's pictorial based, so it's kind of streamlining. It's global, so everybody kind of aligning to the same thing. So for example, and why it's global is because, for example, the pesticides, we have yellow, green, and red bags. So, you know, yellow, green, and red might mean different things in different places, but with the harmonized system, it harmonizes. And so you also have end-of-life vehicles. You might say end-of-life vehicles, but it's not only about the oils, it's about all the stuff that is used in those vehicles that you have to manage properly. We have pesticides registration, biopesticides, you know, so there's a whole module on how to use, how to manage, and how to biopesticides. And I believe there's one more module, Shalina.
Yeah, but thank you for sharing, you know, giving us kind of like an understanding as to what the modules is about. Because as we're talking about this learning hub and you're saying, hey, it's accessible, people are able to access it, we're curious to know, like, who can use this, right? And where can they use it? Because it's applicable in many ways, I'm thinking. Yeah. So how can people access this?
And what is
this
the
learning
target
hub?
audience too as well?
So the system is not fully online as yet.
Okay.
But like Shalina mentioned, you will be able to sign up. We will be sharing through our platforms when it comes online.
Perfect.
The URL, the QR codes, etc. And what or who we will target is everybody.
Everybody. Yeah.
Right? Because really and truly, when you think about chemicals, it affects everybody.
Very true. Very
Right?
true.
So when I mention about vehicles, I see like I saw your faces kind of light up like, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about all these like dumps where they have all these old vehicles there just...
Yeah, but...
And I am like, you know,
but
that's a concern,
but you have to also look at what happens to these vehicles when they reach their end of life. So there are certain things that you can remove. There are certain things that nobody really manages.
Yeah.
And that then is...
What you do with the battery, for instance, right? You know?
So there's actually for batteries, there's companies that take back the batteries. They do recycle. You have the metals. Soon we'll be having a online session with end-of-life vehicles, a roadmap for Belize.
Okay.
Wherein we want to be, the roadmap highlights what we should do to manage end-of-life vehicles better in Belize. So the BCRC team was in Belize looking at all of these sites countrywide and trying to see who's doing what. And really, again, it's by the Caribbean with our participation, with our information. So we're not getting something that's outside. We're not adapt nothing. This really is coming homegrown, and it's really putting the Caribbean in a position where we want to manage these things properly.
Definitely. And it's great to hear also about the collaborative efforts that's taking place throughout the Caribbean, right? And that's always so good to see and so good to celebrate. Ren, do you have any more questions?
Yes, I wanted to look specifically, or Hannah, because I understand that it's not fully rolled out, but this is the first step with really marketing along television, radios, and all these stations to be able to be fully abreast so that we can share the information. But for the organizations now that might have a trouble with trying to get their officers and persons that would engage with these courses, what advice would you give to them? To kind of like push them? Because considering this is for everyone, I think this is something that, and just maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Kev, it's something that everybody should at least take one course to understand properly the different dynamics, to be abreast of it, right? So how do you get or engage or advise then employers to encourage their employees, officers, to be able to look into the platform?
Well, one of the things that we're doing, we have in country a national working group that's kind of steering our work. And that has representation from the University of Belize, Bureau of Standards, Customs, I think the Ministry of Human Development, Solid Waste Management, Pesticides Control Board. I'm probably missing one more entity. But the idea is we share through our platforms, we share with them, and then they also share, and we're engaging different stakeholders because we all interact with these chemicals differently. Customs, for example, for first contact.
They are.
Solid waste, final disposal.
There's a line, there's a line of
Pesticides Control Board, these are the guys that are using the things that we think about every day, the fertilizer and the pesticides, and so they can and they already have some programs. So it's improving on those. Looking at biopesticides, which I think is something that's interesting because it's not necessarily the chemical base, and so you use the networks that we already have and share with with our stakeholders and encouraging them to use the platform because there are benefits, and each one of the stakeholders might get a different value to it because of how they interact with it.
Yeah.
Very well. Michelina, do you have any words of advice for employers on how they can go ahead and encourage their employees to participate, or anybody that's tuning into this conversation and the management of hazardous waste has piqued their interest? What advice do you have for them, and why should they engage in this platform?
As a country and as a region, we need to look at where we want to go. So let's look at the next steps in terms of biopesticides as a sustainable alternative. Let's look at JHS as an option to standardize labeling and classification of chemicals. Um, so that the final disposal, the customs, shipping, and transportation is better handled. Let's look at where we want to go, and then the Digital Learning Hub provides an avenue to get there. It provides a resource for the different organizations or entities to learn more about the next steps that they should be taking or that they would want to take, and as well as the new opportunities available to each of the countries and to Belize specifically to take these steps.
Very well. Thank you so much. As we start wrapping up this conversation, Mr. Aldo, any final point that
Anything
you feel
we left
like we
out
missed
that you'd really think to touch base on?
Well, just keep abreast of our Facebook page and to our social media pages. BCRC also has. So for the full launch of the Learning Hub, we will definitely keep you guys engaged as well to ensure that the information is out there as to when it goes live, and just to remind people that, you know, don't throw garbage out of their vehicle. Put garbage in its proper place. We don't. If we go towards chemicals, let's start at least with the solid waste, right? So it's kind of doing the small things right, and then the big things will just follow.
Most definitely. And I think encouragement to parents too as well, to remind their children of how they should respect the environment and how they should not be polluting too as well, being mindful of these things. So I don't think you're too young to be able to learn to a certain extent the harm that can happen in the environment from our actions. So looking forward to seeing this properly launched out too as well, and definitely looking for the follow-up conversation to go deeper into like the topic so people can be abreast of it and people can find their niche to go into too as well. But thank you so much for the conversation, Mr. Aldo, from Ms. Shalina. Thank you so much for making the time to engage with us on this, and all the best with the digital platform.
Definitely.
Thank you too.
And with that, guys, and with that, guys, we're going to go to our next commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
All right. On the one from the hand, the window open and the light may turn off.
You look like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug where keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard here.
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter. They call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV from a BL ad, you know.
Yes, man. They don't reach the man. They better change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So that when you reach my area,
We're upgrading meters across Belize, house by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
you don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados y la mejor opción para el paciente.
These charter means aren't
We're
a
navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Shiri Kalsil, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Nadir Craig.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Muy buenos dias, my beautiful Sunup and 7 family. Welcome back to your Wednesday episode. Just before the commercial break, we had a great conversation with the Department of the Environment talking about a transformative training that are taking place around the Caribbean to be able to manage hazardous waste. Move on to another wellness conversation, and right now we're having Dr. Mauro Castello. He's a general pediatric surgeon at the Belize Medical Associates. Today we're going to be talking about what are some of these nature of the surgeries, what are some of the common pediatric surgeries, and some recommendations for parents. Before we get into the conversation, we'd like to do a check-in with you, Dr. Mauro. How is your energy today?
Oh, well, great.
What's your secret?
Well, my secret is to love what I do. So if you love your work, it's more than a work, it's just a joy.
I'd love to hear that. We have not heard that secret in our...
Well...
Nobody has shared that secret with us, so you're the first.
Yeah, we're going on for 5
Thank
years.
Thank you for the first one.
Yes, that's a good one.
But
yeah.
I can imagine too as well, the nature of the work, it's a lot of great things that you have to get done, so much lives you can be able to impact. But I think for that same note too, would it be, I'd want to start off by looking at the difference, or when we look at surgeries, between adult and children's surgeries, because they're not the same, right? But like, let's dive into like, what is the difference really when it comes to adult versus children's surgeries?
Okay, we all are surgeons, but when you deal with children, you have to be more like kind of sensitive. So pediatricians and pediatric surgeons and everybody who deal with kids, we are of, I would say, with different nature, because we are dealing with a person, but around is a family, a mother, a father, a grandpas. So you need to have more comprehensive and sensitive care about this. So in the insights of surgeries, well, we deal with different ages from newborns to teenagers. So it's a wide spectrum of patients. And technically, they are more, like, you should be more delicate, more precise in the surgical procedures. And also, they have a different nature. It's not, children are not small adults. It's not only about the size. Their anatomy is different, their physiological response is different. And in some ways, it's benefit, because they are like new engines. they respond very well to surgery. They recover better.
I was just thinking about that aspect.
Sometimes parents and in general people are afraid of how a child responds to surgery, and usually it's better, they recover faster, they are running 2-3 hours after we finish the procedure.
Okay.
And this is amazing because for us, it's very reinforcement.
Yeah, adults need that
see.
longer recovery. They're on
Yeah,
bed
sure.
rest sometimes, and so children have that quick bounce back.
Yes, yes. And also, technology has advanced to make anesthesia safer, surgical procedures safer. So if you work with proper expertise and precision, and you have all the staff in means of support, technical and from the human resources, you could do safe surgeries for sure.
I love that.
So we have a very interesting comment from one of our viewers that's watching via Facebook Live, and they say like, understanding the difference between an adult and pediatric surgeries, they think that it may be difficult or a challenge for interventions with child because of how they're not able to articulate what their symptoms are.
Yes, but us pediatricians, we know to read from the face to everything in the child. From the moment they come into the room, you know, you can read some evidence of what is happening. And they cannot speak probably with words like us, but they speak with gestures, they speak on how they act, if they smile, if they respond. So everything is for us a message from them, and you just need to read it.
All right.
And know how to do it.
That's really good to know. Like, because indeed, like that's
No,
the thing.
I thought about that too as well. It's a struggle maybe to say that it's my tummy that hurts or whatever it is, or they're not able to maybe spell it out properly. But like you said, and I think that gives you guys like a special skill too as well, because now you have to dive a little bit deeper into really watching what your patient is going through in their face and what they're not saying sometimes.
Exactly.
That's what you guys have to go through. So.
Especially in small babies.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I can imagine for that.
Dr. Moro, so now let's talk about what are the nature of these surgeries?
Well, surgical problems are a wide spectrum of conditions. So in children, the nature of surgical conditions is different than adults. Some are common, and we usually divide them in emergency surgeries and non-emergency surgeries.
Oh, okay.
So the emergency surgeries are that should be done ASAP, so as soon as possible, because they involve a risk for the life or could deal to complications in the future. But the non-emergency surgeries are that you have time to prepare the patient, to send labs, and to create the proper conditions to take the patient to surgery. So talking about the most frequent conditions that we deal with, definitely non-emergency is hernias in general, in kids, yes. Inguinal, umbilical hernias, those are the most common.
Okay.
Even males and females, they can suffer from the same condition. And those can show up as non-emergencies, but sometimes if you don't go and receive the proper treatment and at a certain age that we usually advise to do as early as possible, they can get complicated because get obstructed, stopped. So this is something that your primary care facility should advise you to go to see the pediatric surgeon when that situations happen.
Very well. So hernias would be the most
most
frequent.
common elective surgeries. Of course, in the emergency setting, the most common is appendicitis. Probably people know, even in young adults, appendicitis is the most common surgical condition, but also in children, especially after 5 years old. It doesn't mean that toddlers or infants cannot have appendicitis, but it's not common. But in school age and teenagers, it's very, very common. So in a situation that a child has an acute abdominal pain associated to vomiting, fever, well, those are red flags that tells you that you should go to see a doctor because it could be a case of appendicitis.
Definitely.
I want to look at now the age range, because I know you said for 5 years and over, but for the younger ones that are like less than a year old or up to 2 years, what are some of the common surgeries that you see come to you for them?
In small babies, hernias are still the most common, yes. There are other intestinal bowel conditions and other surgeries that we could do at this age. So the emergencies before 2, 3 years old are mostly intestinal obstruction and other specific situations. Of course, in baby, birth defects are a big group of conditions that we used to treat, sometimes immediately after birth, and sometimes in short term after birth.
All right.
So it's one of the most magical part of our specialty.
What is that?
The neonatal surgery. So the surgeries that you do over babies that are just born, and sometimes it should be in the same room, and sometimes it should be a few minutes after or a few hours after. So it's something that is a challenge, but at the same time it's a very reward when you discharge them from.
That is true. I can imagine, you know, because you set them good for the rest of their life.
Imagine to see them years after grown, and you see, this is the baby, I did something for you when you were born.
Oh
so
my goodness. Yeah,
It's
that's
very
probably
good.
a very
Yeah.
fulfilling feeling.
Yeah.
Especially to watch little ones and they're growing up. Such a beautiful thing.
Sure.
I want to look now specifically or give maybe advice, because I know you mentioned something very key for the non-emergency surgeries that sometimes become emergency surgeries.
Yes.
Is there like a time frame more or less that, like, if they come in and it's a non-emergency but then they wait too long, what advice would you give when it comes to parents preparing? Because I think also there are parents that probably hear that their child has to take a surgery and they're so scared. They're wondering like what they're thinking probably of all the things that could go wrong in the surgery, and it's their little baby. And maybe that can also be a deterrent from not wanting to get the surgery done for the baby or whatever it is. But what would be the advice for parents for that?
Okay, so it's, I should say, I'm a parent too, so I understand that when somebody tells you, we will do a procedure on your baby that is mostly on general anesthesia, needs to be intubated, you get afraid.
Yeah.
But as I said, technology has advanced enough that the resources and the experience is wide, so it's something safe in these times. So my advice is that there is a calendar for a certain time for certain interventions in children. For example, inguinal hernias should be operated at any time. So if at birth you find an inguinal hernia, once the baby is fine and is well prepared, you can take him for surgery. The difference is that, for example, umbilical hernias, which are very common, we usually wait until the age of 4, maybe 5, because it's not necessary to correct it at birth, because most of them close by itself. The baby can grow and the abdominal wall is stronger, so you can do a better repair. So even being hernias, there is a difference. In case of inguinal, the probability of complications is higher. So we advise surgery as soon as possible.
Interesting. And I'm just thinking about the fact that you could wait till 4 years and they can correct yourself too as well.
Yeah.
All these little aspects that are very key to understand.
Definitely.
Than to rush and do something.
And it's a very timely intervention that you shared, because somebody in the chat is asking that they would like to know more about umbilical hernias. Because they say, I have a 10-year-old with an umbilical hernia, but he's also asthmatic.
Okay, because comorbidities, as we call associated conditions, can be managed by an anesthesiologist. If you should not, of course, take the baby for surgery if it is in an outbreak of asthma crisis. But if it is controlled on medication, and of course at 10 years old, this hernia should be repaired.
Yeah.
Because as more grown, more probabilities of complications. So my advice is to seek for help, to the consult, and we can just check personally his situation and advise what is the best. But definitely at this age, it needs surgery.
It needs surgery.
Yeah.
Great, thank you so much
And
for...
again, I'm just advising that Dr. Mario is in Belize Medical Associates, because they're asking where they can be able to locate you. So, you know, you can be able to check with him there for your case to further, you know, get information too as well.
Definitely.
I think it's super important that we get these information as soon as possible out to people.
Yeah. Dr. Mauro, is there any other recommendation that you would have for parents that are preparing, you know, for their
the pediatric surgery deals with problems that are mostly surgical conditions that need, a surgical intervention. But we also deal with other problems that are very common in children, like constipation, colorectal problems, and some of them could need a surgical repair, but most of them could be managed with a proper follow-up. And this is another area that we work a lot in it. And in my experience here in Belize, it's very common to see this problem, maybe related to diet or other things. But if you don't treat it well, it could become a real problem in the future. It's a coincidence that this week we have the visit of an international team supported by a program that is World Pediatrics that we work every year. I probably you have heard about them. And we, as our specialty is so specific for certain conditions, these international alliances and collaborations are very good. So all the assets you have in the ground could join together for this field. So even working in different facilities, our purpose is the same, and is to help children. So I send greetings for this amazing team we're working together this week.
Very
too.
good. Yeah, and they do incredible work also. We've had success stories about children that have had interventions through the World Pediatric Project, and now we've seen them grow in like 18-year-olds, and we're like, wow, it's so beautiful to see how much having access to that opportunity is life-saving.
Sure.
Definitely. Dr. Mato, as I start winding down this conversation, as a pediatric doctor, what advices do you have for parents in, keeping their child healthy? How often should they check with a pediatrician? Any helpful tips that you have for them?
Okay, so apart from surgical conditions in general, we are pediatricians. So we advise always to do the proper checkups from birth and after that. Even prenatal care is very important because if the prenatal care is adequate and the prenatal ultrasound is made in the timing and adequately, we can diagnose conditions that we should be prepared at birth to deal with. So some birth defects can be identified in prenatal ultrasound. So you can plan the delivery in a safety institution where pediatric surgeon is available, so you can deal with the problem after. So we are talking about some recommendations before birth. So after birth, it's just to do the proper checkups, because some problems like hernias, so little defects or problems with the bowel or others can be identified by the general physicians or by pediatricians. And the patient can be referred to us in a proper time to receive the adequate treatment.
I know you mentioned, Doc, that earlier constipation and these different things are stuff that are very common, that children come in. Is there anything you'd recommend for parents to have their children stay away from to help prevent constipation, or anything that you see might cause, or because parents automatically, we don't necessarily always are thinking about what could cause these things in our children. So is there something you'd advise and say, maybe do less of this or more of this to help the child when it comes to their bowel movements and their constipation and so forth?
Well, in this matter, it should be very individualized. So you should explore the whole environment, because from psychological, social, dietary, and physical problems could be involved and cause the situation. So it's interesting because sometimes you see something that could be easily treated earlier if it is properly identified, and you see kids that grow and you receive them in a situation that you could do some things before if you would know. So even with the pediatricians or also with us, this is a common problem that we could be treated. Even with something easier like diet. If you need to use laxatives or other procedures, we could do it. But most of them, with the proper training, family education, and dietary complementary, they can improve.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Doctor. So we just want to share one of our messages from our viewer watching via Facebook Live. They're saying, it's Pearl Marin. She says, greetings, Dr. Costello. He did surgery on my baby. He's the best doctor. My baby is now 5 years old. too.
Oh, well, that's one of the most amazing experiences here, and I will share it so fast.
Sure, go
No
ahead.
problem.
They had a baby with a birth defect called esophageal atresia. So esophageal atresia is usually one of the most difficult conditions to be treated because it involves the esophagus, the trachea, and needs surgery close to birth in the thorax to access these structures.
Wow.
So you can imagine it's hard.
Yeah.
Usually these babies were transferred to the United States through the ward pediatrics
Oh, okay.
to have surgeries there. But at COVID times, you know, travels were limited.
Yes.
So along with Dr. Koide, cardiothoracic surgeon at KHMH, we did the surgery over him, and he was the first neonatal repair successfully in Belize.
Wow.
That is also reported.
Goodness, that's
It
amazing.
was in 2020,
so, yeah.
2020 and in 2020 because he's 5 years
He's 5 years
old
old now, yeah.
So I send greetings for the family. I'm happy
there
to
you
have
go.
feedback from them.
That is so beautiful.
So it's a very, very
Thank you
good
so much
experience.
for sharing that, you know, the fact that there is help available for persons that are navigating an uncertainty if their child needs an evaluation to know they need a surgery. And if they do need a surgery, you know, people are appreciating your calm presence and the way how you explain things. You say it's comforting and it's easy for them to understand that and know what the follow-through process is. So definitely, we're grateful for your intervention and joining
Thank
us
you
on
very
Sunup
much.
on 7. Dr. Mauro, if people would need further assistance or consultations, where can they find you?
Well, I'm at the outpatient clinic at Belize Medical Associates, so they can call the hospital, book an appointment. Accessible over there.
Very well.
This
Thank you so much.
Most
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
And thank you again for coming on. For people that are asking questions, very accessible. Make sure you reach out to Dr. Moore. We know that he's had over 15 years of...
Yes, 15 years as a pediatric surgeon,
So-
22 as a doctor.
And he loves what he does.
22 as a doctor, 15 years as a pediatric surgeon. And he loves what?
And he loves what he does.
Oh, I heard you said
Yeah.
he loves pepitos. And I'm
I know he loves, I don't know if he loves taquitos, but maybe he does, you know, on
and
his
he loves what he does, and it shows too as well,
Yeah.
you know, in his persona. So definitely.
loves pepitos. I have no idea if he loves
I
taquitos.
swear
Do you
I
like
heard
taquitos,
the-
Doc?
Well, I could not say yes, absolutely.
So let the record show that, strike that out. He does not love pepitos. It's okay. He will try it if it's offered.
Okay.
On his pastime, he's like,
Oh my God.
yeah.
But with that, guys, we're
Thank
going to
you
go
so much
to
for
our
joining
next
us.
commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. I swear I heard you say, and he...
There are so many people who are proud of you. Your parents, your guardians, your aunts, your uncles, your siblings, faculty, and friends. They are there too. They share in this achievement. Please give them a bigger round of applause. Graduates, you have a sacred duty, a generational responsibility even. You have to honor those who came before you by standing taller, stronger, go farther, go further, go harder. But stand together for one another. And lastly, but certainly not least, thank God. Always call to Him. He will be there for you.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Pony Drive in Belize City. That's right on Pony Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Good morning, Sun Up on 7 family. Welcome back to your Wednesday episode. Thank you so much for engaging with Renata and I and our guest that come to today's episode. If you miss any of our conversations, you can always go back and watch our recorded Facebook Live. So definitely stay tuned to our Facebook and Instagram pages to know who our guests and what conversations to bring on Sun Up on 7. Move on to our last conversation. It's definitely an exciting one because Court says, thank goodness it's a sale. They have the 3 days of fantastic deals coming up this weekend. And joining us on our couch to give us all these details, we have Stephen Yarwood, Marketing Manager, and Kelson Tillett, Credit Supervisor at Courts. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How is the energy getting ready for this week?
Very high.
From 1
Very
to 10.
20.
20.
Wow, you doubled up.
20.
Can you compete with that?
No, I'd say
one of us has to do it, right?
Yeah.
Somebody has to do it, and he covers. His 20 covers
Stephen
you
went
too
above
as
and
well.
beyond because it's indeed a 20, okay? So I think we could beat that.
We can't beat it too
Yeah.
as well. And we can't beat what's happening this weekend. What do we think weekend? People think Saturday and Sunday, but we just start for Friday.
So the energy is high, right? Because we're here to put the entire country on alert.
Okay.
Let's
Public
do it.
announcement.
On alert.
Okay.
On alert. Alert.
Yes.
All right? This weekend, Friday the 17th, Saturday the 18th, Sunday the 19th. I repeat, Sunday the 19th, because the stores don't normally open on
That
a
is
Sunday.
true. That is true. Yeah.
Sunday the 19th. 3 days, it's the biggest sale event of the year.
Oh.
Right? So it's, thank goodness,
it's a sale.
It's a sale, right? So we in Courts, we call it TGIS.
TGIS. Okay.
Right? So everybody looks forward to our TGIS event because the offers are ridiculous, deals are ridiculous, the time for the opening of the stores, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, putting the country on alert, get ready. It's coming this weekend.
All right.
So, deals up to 60% off on select items in store. That's all day.
All day.
All day. And I need viewers to tune in and listen because there's a lot of moving parts
Okay.
to this weekend's offers. So up to 60% off all day. All right. So before we get any further, I need to say that you need to come to the store and see what the offers are. This is not a I'm going to go on course.com and no.
You need to
come
physically get in there.
Physically come to the store and see what's going on.
So in that regard, where does Quartz have outlets? Because you're saying you have to go to the store, but I mean, people are thinking, where's the nearest Quartz to me? Like, so
there's seven locations.
Okay.
We have a Quartz in, well, the most popular location in Lily City. We have Quartz in Corozal, Orange Walk, Belmopan, San Ignacio, Danguiga, and Punta Gorda.
Okay.
So all these locations are going to be celebrating. Thank goodness it's a sale.
Very good. All right.
Right? So I already said 60% off on selected items all day. Right?
Yeah, we don't say that. We got that.
Yeah,
down.
that just to make sure, you know.
We
Because when I move on from that, there's no coming back.
All right. Let's do this thing.
Early bird specials, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. All stores, all 7 locations, the early bird special.
So what's this early bird special?
So if you're looking at the flyer.
Pretend I'm not looking.
Let's pretend you're not looking then.
For the viewers.
So the early bird special. Credit. We are always encouraging people, hold on to your cash, shop on credit.
Okay.
And Kelson is going to explain all the awesome, fantastic reasons why you should shop on credit. But from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., Friday and Saturday, you can take advantage of 35% off in store as part of the early bird special.
Wow. Okay. All right, Kelson, so this is where you come in. Tell us about this credit deals.
Steven jump-started it for the first initial reason. Save your cash.
Save your cash.
So I know that a lot of people, especially this weekend and moving on towards the holidays as well, a lot of people is trying to hold on to their cash. And shopping on credit with us, you get to enjoy the product now without even have to spend in that big lump sum of money.
Okay.
And so you walk away with your product and you don't have to pay until 30 days. A lot of people tend to, especially my age, whereby we don't want to owe, we're afraid to go on credit. They tend to save for a long time to get this item, and they have to wait until they save that amount to get this item. Until when it's so easy for you to come into courts to get that item right away, and you choose a flexible payment plan for yourself that you know you can manage.
All right.
And you could just pay us. And we have a lot of different options in the way you could pay us. If you want to pay us weekly, if you want to pay us every 2 weeks, or you want to pay us monthly, it's flexible for you. You sit down with us, and we work with them. And so that's why we're trying to encourage you to get on credit, and building that credit builds that responsibility. It helps you to budget better, because we know we have a lot of young adults who are just getting into the world, have their first job, getting their first apartment. Quartz is here to back up you. And what I want to put emphasis as well is not only about saving that cash, but when it comes to getting from Quartz, and only in Quartz you can get the offer, because you know we said, okay, go to other places, but Quartz you get a sense of like you know that you would be backed by us if anything happens when it comes to natural. And I am talking about our payment plans, our protection payment plans, our insurance that we covers. So in the event of burglary, they break into your home, steal your products, we got you covered.
Okay.
And in case of fires, floods, you know the hurricane season is coming up, we have you covered. In the case you've been hospitalized by an accident, we help you with your payments. In the case that you've been disabled, we help you with your payments. You know,
job redundancy.
You know, job redundancy. You lose your job. You know, some people out here, their jobs become redundant, and they don't know what I will do about my payment. We have you covered. We help you with your payment. You know, so you get that sense of protection that, man, now this weekend, up to 60% off, 35% on credit for the early bird, but 30% overall.
Wow.
With credit.
All weekend.
All weekend.
Nice.
So when you come into course, not only do you see the item that you want or need, you could get it on credit to save your cash, and you are protected by us. I don't know what else you would want, and you can't get that anywhere else in the country, right? So this is the importance I stress to people to come in and get it on credit. You know, you choose how you want to pay us.
Kelson, you mentioned it's an easy process for somebody to get into credit. Can you give us how can people go about doing that?
So we have 4 main requirements. It's simple and easy. I think everyone here should have an ID, a social security or a passport. You come in, you have your utility bill, you have your job letter or 1 month of pay slip. We accept as well, either a job letter or a pay slip, and 2 references, so two people that you know, and we just need their information.
Two names,
from them.
two names and
numbers
and contact.
All right.
Right.
Nice.
And you come in, you have those documents with you. The CSRs are very welcoming. They'll be at the door waiting for you guys. And I know a lot of people, you need to come into the store, walk around, see the deals, because I'm telling you, when you come into the store, you will not see something that you want.
Yeah, that's a good point. So talking about what's on deals, what's on sale, Stephen, tell us what kind of items are there?
I love what Kelson said just now, because one of the things that Quartz is proud of is the fact that we have the widest range in all categories. So he mentioned that young person that's just moving out of mom and dad's home.
Just
either they're renting their apartment for the first time, or they built something downstairs or an addition on the side of mom's house. We have the stove, the fridge, the bed set, the TV for them. The single mom who has the kids and she needs to balance school fees and, life, but still needs to ensure that the house is properly furnished. We're here for that mom or that single dad, because we have the dads that they're doing it as well.
Exactly.
Right? We have the well-established older folks who have, a lot of extra cash. So they don't have to, they don't worry about the price. They just need to upgrade. I need a new fridge. I saw that double door, that French door fridge. I saw that 65-inch, that 75-inch TV. We need to get that. We have the widest range. So we are very, very proud of the fact that we're able to provide quality products for every single budget that's out there. So the early bird special is going to be very awesome. 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Right?
Limited quantities available.
You took it out of my mouth.
I had to, because they're right there, and I like how they put a little asterisk there, because I just let you understand.
Just so you know.
When it's done, it's done.
So on Friday,
tell me,
the hot item on Friday morning is going to be the 65-inch 4K Google TV for only $9.99.
Okay. Wow.
$9.99.
All right.
My goodness.
Trust me, you cannot beat that.
On Friday.
On Friday.
Only on Friday.
On Friday.
Because I didn't know if you had last Friday, Saturday.
While supplies last.
That's what I'm thinking.
So there's a limited quantity for the early bird special, but the deal is still available throughout the course of the day at 30% off shopping on credit. And then you're also able, so now is the time, if you needed a fridge, if you needed a new sofa set, the washer, when you load the washer, it makes a lot of noise. You think it's Garifuna settlement day, boom, 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 boom. you know about that, right?
Oh,
the dryer is freaking out. The fridge not the cold. One burn up on your stove not the work. The oven, the baking is not going the way it's supposed to. Now is the time for you to come in and upgrade, change out these items, because all these items are on sale this weekend.
I even see you have a motorbike on sale.
So our AKT or AKT line is very popular. It's HOTTT.
Oh,
it's hot.
I'm like, what is that?
It's hot.
I'm like, which chemical is that? It's hot.
Kevin spit out in his mind every moment.
I was like, I'm like, it's going for like hydrogen something.
It's hot. The deal, our line of AKT motorcycles they go real fast. And I'm not talking about how you drive.
Right.
It's just that as they land in the stores, they're out.
Wow, okay.
Right? And we also sell the safety gears to go along with
very good.
Your
That's very
AKT
important.
motorcycle. So
And you can get it on credit as well. So.
And you can get it on credit as well.
Can't be.
What? Okay.
Like at this point.
It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
HOT-TT.
Yeah. I get it.
No, no, it's the type of
I get it now.
that AC unit that you need. Whether the 12,000, the 18, the 24, and we are offering free installation on labor for your AC.
Nice.
Right?
Okay.
So, I mean, there's no reason for you not to pop in at the Quartz location. So if you're not an early riser, you're going to miss out on the early bird specials.
That is true.
And it's not just about the TVs. We have deals on furniture sets, washers, stoves, fridges. So follow us on Facebook. If you have not yet subscribed to our Quartz Belize WhatsApp channel, now is today.
Today is a
Not tomorrow. Today. Yeah, actually, no. While you're getting dressed, getting ready to, actually, no, you're supposed to already be at work. So while you're getting your coffee, subscribe to the WhatsApp channel because we're going to be posting what the deals are throughout the course of the day.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, okay.
Right.
So it's more than what we have in this flyer, for sure.
Way more. This flyer couldn't handle it. You so long the flyer, the flyer still couldn't handle it.
When I gave you the flyer with the set, smells good.
Yeah.
All right, so imagine when you step in the store.
Oh my gosh.
If they made the one flyer with all the deals, maybe it might be like a scroll where it's like.
Then I would have been Moses with the
scroll.
Yeah, exactly. You might have stepped in.
Standing on top of the rock.
And they'll be like,
Thou shalt buy a fridge.
There you go. From Quartz.
From Quartz. On credit.
On credit.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, but we're excited. We're excited about this weekend. Like I said, 60% off on selected items all day, from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. at all Quartz locations. Countrywide, it's the early bird special.
and then after that.
35%
And
off.
if you miss the early bird, because when you talk about people who maybe never get up, maybe like alarm never work the way they want it work, and they come in 8:03.
The only thing I get up early for is to come on Sunup.
Oh, all right.
Other than that, I'm late.
You're late for everything else.
Other than that, I'm late. So for me, I'm going to take advantage of the 30% off.
So we
Right?
have that.
So we have that.
We have that. We don't have to stress ourselves that much. Oh, we don't need to reach.
But
because
5% a lot, you know. Yeah. So that extra 5% off
long
on
way.
credit, that's a lot. And
unlimited stock. Remember
Correct.
limited.
Ay, ay, ay.
So you want to come in at 6
really
a.m., you'll get the
limited.
35% and you'll be able to get that limited stock. So that's the
I just
catch.
imagine
Because
the-
people will come out. Don't think that people
The line.
people will come out. You know, so you want to be a part of that 6 to 8 a.m. group, you know, so you come in.
I'm excited to see what the early bird special lines outside is going to
That
be
was
like.
about to as well. Like, I just want the courts big enough.
Courts big enough?
There are people who are about for their neck to neck. Like at this point, I need to get my thing right. You go handle it, Stephen? You
Yes.
ready?
Wait,
Oh, not ready.
we bond for this.
You know, ban for
So the energy is at 20 today. Check with Friday.
at 6 a.m. No, I check you at 5:30 because get ready.
5:30 too late.
I love it. 6 a.m. the coffee will be out
5:30 too late.
And the court staff will be out there. Ready for the crowd.
Ready.
Yeah.
We will catch that too as well on the traffic. We are saying
That is true. That is true. I also take note that you have up to 75% off on selected frames from Quartz Optical.
So
Yeah.
we were going to save the best for last, but since you have special access to the flyer,
Might as well.
75% off on frames, right?
That's
And
really amazing.
just as a letting the cat out the bag, we're remodeling our Quartz Optical location at the Belize City store, and it's going to be, you saw it.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome. It's if you're not coming for nothing else, because we Belizean people, we like fast.
Like coffee away.
We want to see.
Exactly.
So just come in and see what the new Quartz Optical location looks like. And then when you see, if you realize you know they see,
then you
That's right.
I see where you're going.
You see what I did?
Yeah.
All right.
He has the lines. I am like,
the lines. Like Stephen just like ready.
and I'm like,
ready.
what? Okay. I'm like,
I hook you in. I hook you in.
you definitely do.
So we're gonna see. They see.
Correct.
Correct.
And if you know they see,
Did I help you see?
correct.
You see?
At Courts Optical.
I see.
I
see.
You see?
All right.
I see.
All right. You see what I did there?
I saw what you did. I saw what you
all
did.
right.
75% off on frames. It's practically free.
I was literally
It's practically
thinking
free.
about that.
So it's going to be an exciting weekend. Like I said, now is the time. Christmas is coming. Don't wait until Christmas Eve.
I see.
Until we hit the month of December to decide.
No.
We need a new fridge.
That's a great
Babes,
point.
babes,
Yeah.
we need a new TV. Make we change our bed. The washer to make nice. The dryer not the dry. Now is the time
Now
to
is the
come
time.
in and get these things.
Yeah.
While the gooding and the picking is good. One thing nice and hot and ready.
HOTTT.
Yep. Hot. And that's why some of them they say that's not with none of the free installation. People get excited about that to us.
Free on labor.
On labor.
I don't tell lies. Worse on Wednesdays. No.
That's more of a Tuesday thing, natural.
More like Thursday in the evening. Not on a Wednesday morning.
Not on the Wednesday. Not pat sun up.
Not
You
pat
know
sun
what?
up.
You know what? Do that pat sun up.
And I get up early too.
And then we go back and we write and say, when's Stephen at?
Yes, because they're going to see me
8:16.
because they're going to see me in the stores and they're going to say, but you're telling me that, and you made a lie. So free installation on labor.
On labor.
For the AC units. And like I said, it's hot. Now is the time?
All right.
Everything, and guys, again, limited supply.
For the early bird. So
For the early bird too.
I am anticipating people getting up 3:30, 4 o'clock. I love my district people for early bird specials. They in a broad creole, they no play.
Yeah.
They come out. Right? What? It's a 65 for a little over $900. Can't beat that.
You really can't.
Can't
Really
beat that. And then there's also the TV special on Saturday as well, a 55-inch.
Ooh. And then remember, if they subscribe to the WhatsApp channel, then
Yeah.
if you know all of the deals, or
Correct.
or all of you show up on the WhatsApp channel, or give me.
I wish I could have. We could have just
don't have
dumped
time.
everything
Okay,
into.
all right, so you still have to make sure, because imagine somebody and like I need to get this, but when they go in
Well,
and
put
I
as
say
much as we
I need
could.
to get this and that no, and oh, but what about that over there? So just prepare yourself mentally. This is why we have the credit, because you couldn't possibly just have all this
So-
cash to get ready. You have to be
So
able
let me
to
say this.
walk away.
Let me say this.
Say it for me.
The only thing that courts does not do is sell light and water. We have everything else. If you need it for your house, we have it.
Anything.
Your air fryer to get trouble, the air fryer not the fry, we have it.
Okay.
The toaster not the toast, we have it.
The washer, not the wash.
The washer,
The
not the
washer not the wash, we
But
have
yeah,
it. I need to
They have
point.
a toaster oven thing where toast your bread and do the oven at the same time, Kevin. Watch this, Kevin.
Kevin know they live right.
Your bread want get toast and you have your little toaster oven where you can make a Johnny cake and toast a bread in it at the
Look
same
at
time,
that.
baby. Double the breakfast for you. Stop playing these games, Kevin. What HO?
TTT.
Exactly. All right. That's what I wanted you to know, Kev. You need to read the flyer better, smell it better. I just cannot. Whew, okay. So as I'm wrapping up, right?
Okay.
Stay with me, Steven. Stay with me. Stay with me.
I'm here.
Stay with me. Stay
I'm
with me.
here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here.
All right. So as we're wrapping up, any final remarks, any last push to make the people know they have to get themselves ready?
I think
Okay.
Tell us.
they need to beat him.
Kevin.
And I don't know what I'm calling him, but
I call a name. I believe in that. Call a name.
they need to beat him
Uh-huh.
to the store.
Yes.
Because judging from his reaction,
He didn't get the oven/toaster.
I think he already saw like 5, 6 items that he wants from off that flyer.
Yeah, it's very beautiful things here, for sure.
So the early bird starts at 6, I think. Yeah, they found like 5:15.
He is like early bird.
Just to ensure he'll be late to the show on Friday.
I will start from my own. I'll start from my own.
He'll be late to the show on Friday because he's going to be at the court's location to take advantage of the TV. It's the TV. It's the TV that did it.
I'm not going to share my secret.
It's sweet me because literally in the comments they say, watch Kevin, they watch hard pan up paper.
I'm not joking.
Kev, what you getting? Like,
I'm not joking.
I'm just really impressed at the great deals that they have,
the
you know.
people say, or the deep in them, I leave my vein, the pop out now, because it try contemplate what all it get.
Did you see the stove?
I did.
A 30-inch marble stove.
For what? 839? What? Kevin.
Wow.
Kevin.
I know.
But then there's also the stove with the air fryer. That's for Saturday. I gave you guys the flyer on purpose, you know.
Okay, you did.
I had to interview Uno.
You didn't interview me.
Yeah.
I don't feel the talk about
Wow.
this toaster oven thing.
That is true.
Toaster/oven. I tell
Yeah.
Kevin, Johnny Cake, and the same.
I see it, Ren. I see it. But definitely, Stephen, Kelson, we thank you so much for joining us today to give us all this insight on what people can expect this weekend at courts, starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 6 a.m.
Early bird, 6 a.m., 35% off from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. If you reach 8:01, it's 30% off on
So you to
credit
be
purchase.
exact with me, man. You to be exact with
Well, I
me.
could have gone down to the seconds, but no.
All right.
8:01.
I also want to mention for those that work as well, and so we'll be opening Friday and Saturday for an extra hour as well, so we'll be going to 6 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. So basically Friday and Saturday, 6 a.m.
to 6 p.m. And on Sunday, we are give you time to cook Lee rice and beans, make the breakfast, the fried jack, the Johnny cake. We're opening at 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Closing at 3.
Okay.
On Sunday.
Sunday specifically.
Sunday.
9 to 3.
All stores, all 7 courts locations countrywide. So there is no reason for you not
Can't miss this week.
to take advantage, like Kelson said. If you walk in and you leave empty-handed, it's on you.
Wait.
Are you? Are you that the
It's on
problem
you.
then?
Yeah, it sounds so. Yeah.
I love how Belize and girl in the chat they say, and even if you don't need nothing, get your Christmas gift early.
One time.
Get your Christmas gift one time.
We have our extended warranty super shield, so you are protected as well too. So if you want to buy your thing early, you could get 3 more years extended warranty on top of it. Nowhere else
Me
is offering
protect my protection.
So that's another
We
protection.
My protection.
Well, so it definitely came to excite our viewers to look forward to this weekend, and we thank you so much, folks. You already know. Stay tuned to the court's Facebook pages for you to know what deals they
And the
have.
WhatsApp
WhatsApp
channel.
channels,
Subscribe to the WhatsApp channel.
You know what they
Get
have
your
also.
team.
Definitely.
With that, guys, we have to get our thing to a commercial break, and we're back. We're wrapping up today's show. It's gonna be hot. H-O.
TTT. I'll charge you for that, you know. You could use it on credit.
35% though. We'll be right back, guys.
Yes.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with the leaders of riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for a journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
All right. On the one from the hand, the window open and the light may turn off. You look like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug. We keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard here.
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter. They call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV for BL. How do you know?
Yes, man. It don't reach the man the better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So that when you reach my area?
We're upgrading meters across Breeze, house by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados y la mejor opción para el paciente.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023 in the...
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Shireen Kelso, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm in Dirk Craft.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
What's up, Boozillers? We are back in the backs. And, and we're super excited to be sharing this space with you on this one tabulous Wednesday. We had a range of different conversations talking about, what have we to laugh for?
Backity back.
Backity backs. Like, it just comes sometimes, baby. It just comes to me, right? So we were talking about the Basel Convention Regional Center for Caribbean. And of course, they're going to be rolling out a digital hub, a great platform that's going to be enhancing the way we look at trainings for environmental practices and just understanding the way we're supposed to know about the chemicals and everything happening in not just Belize, but in the Caribbean too as well.
How you manage those,
How you manage them. It's really a great thing coming
public
soon
and environmental
to you guys.
health.
So we're looking forward to when that properly rolls out. We'll let you know and keep you updated on that. And of course, a really beautiful conversation with Dr. Mario that was basically diving into the different non-emergency and emergency surgeries and just the difference between child and adult surgeries too as well, the intricacies and all these different sensitivities to understand the most common emergency surgery, or the surgeries that are
That is
happening
true.
between
And some
pediatrics.
helpful recommendations for parents that have questions in regards to does my child need a surgery or not, or how to prepare for surgeries. It was definitely a great conversation with
I
him,
loved
as you
it. I
mentioned.
very
You know,
much
his
appreciated
demeanor
it.
is so calm, and he was very information sharing on to give people comfort as to know how do I go navigating my child's health.
And it
which
was great to
so
see
good.
that, his work in the past too as well. Really, one of the viewers were able to, I think it was Miss Pearl Marin, if I'm not mistaken, was able to comment and talk about the baby being 5 years old now.
Yeah.
So just really glad to see that. I remember if anybody would like to get his services, they can go to the Belize Medical Associates to be able to, book an appointment, a session with him too as well. And of
That
course,
is true.
Kurtz came in with the HOTTTT specials that Kevin could not take his eyes off. The long paper will smell.
It may smell good, I have to say. The paper smells good.
Smell good.
Yeah.
Just the smell paper.
It is like books, like.
I tell you, this like a warm feeling of a book. Oh my
The
goodness.
smell of a fresh book. But definitely they have great deals that you can expect this weekend.
Starting
like early bird
Friday.
specials at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. There's 35% off on selected items. But definitely they encourage you to go and get 35% off on credit during the entire weekend also. So
Yes,
a lot of
great
things.
stuff to get into. And then, of course, on Sunday, they will be open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. too as well. So Friday and Saturday is going to be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then early bird is from 6 to 8 a.m. And then, of course, Sunday is the 9 to 3 p.m. But they have amazing stuff. Subscribe to their WhatsApp channel because they're going to be sharing a lot of the deals there. But still, some stuff you have to go into the store. If you're not looking for just items in the home, there's like up to 75% off on selected frames too as well for glasses that are people like me when I have to pay if it's safe. It's very much important to get your frames together, but all the excitement happening here and there too as well. So guys, that is it for our show today.
That is it for our show. So we thank you so much for joining Renata and I today. It was such a pleasure interacting with you. We welcome all your interactions and your comments. Definitely, it's always good to be into your space.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you back here, guys, for a Turtabulous Thursday. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Tomorrow's with myself and Brandon. Will there be passion? We don't know.
I just hope on Friday we got Fried Jack. I doubt it.
You can't get Friday Jack every Friday, babe. You have to understand. There's only so much that can be done.
That is true.
I'm out.
Hey, but it doesn't like. You can wish,
You can't,
know.
anybody be it no hurt for beg.
In a hurt for beg. Yeah, that was what I was gonna say.
When you try to say it that nice way. In a hurt for beg. All right, put up Willie Pa. Anyways, with that, guys, we're gonna send you off. See you back here tomorrow. Bye.
We love you. Take care.
He just shoot a shot for big for his friend.
Yeah.
One thing Kevin I big for that friend.
Yes.
Play the music? No.
A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up